Hello, my name is Timothy Johnson, and today we're going to be learning about operant conditioning. Let's start with some history. Well, one of the first researchers to study the laws of voluntary movement was Edward Thorndike, where he did experiments on cats inside of puzzle boxes. He learned through the experiments that the cat kept trying to get out since there was a pleasurable consequence, which was the food and freedom, and came to the discovery of the law of effect, which explains that if there is a pleasurable consequence, the actions taken to get it will be repeated. What is operant conditioning? Well, operant conditioning is a form of learning that depends on the pleasant and unpleasant responses of a person. According to a behaviorist named Skinner, operant conditioning involves the body's voluntary movement rather than involuntary. And unlike classical, operant conditioning does not rely on specific stimuli for a behavior to occur. How does it work exactly? Well, after Thorndike, B.F. Skinner added on to the behavioral research to discover the concept of reinforcement as the main drive for operant conditioning. With reinforcement, the question, "what's in it for me?" is used to understand how we learn using this conditioning. Operant conditioning refers to if there will be a pleasurable consequence after the task, then the task will be continued effectively and consistently. Life today. All through our lives, we have learned using operant conditioning, even though we may not realize it. For instance, every time we eat or drink, you satisfy your hunger or thirst. These urges of hunger and thirst act as primary reinforcers to make the individual eat and drink to survive. And as children, our parents use different secondary reinforcers, such as money or being able to stay up late, to get us to do certain chores and tasks around the house. We acted on these reinforcers because they gave us a reason to do these tasks, which was positive reinforcement. Because come on, we all like money. And with my life, operant conditioning has been with me since I knew what I wanted to do with my life. For example, I have the motivation to push myself until I get the pleasurable consequence in my life. With the thought of pharmacy school in the future, I push myself to fulfill the task of studying, learning, and trying my hardest to get A's in my classes, and staying dedicated to school so I can obtain that reward of becoming a pharmacist in the end. This theory gave me interest because it made me think about the things we do for the outcomes that we want, like myself dreaming of becoming a pharmacist and the positive consequence behind it. Thank you.